Good morning. Welcome back to City Line. With me, I have, oh, be still my pet lover heart, Humane Society for Tacoma and Pierce County. So please join me in welcoming Ms. Kathleen Olson. You are our Executive Director. Welcome, Kathleen.
Good to see you, Amanda.
Good to see you too. I only get to see you on Facebook, so I love looking into those blue peepers in person.
Thank you.
Who'd you bring with you?
This is Nina. She's 16 years old, and she's in a Humane Society ambassador.
Oh.
So when the young people come in on tours of the shelter, she gets to greet them, and she's also gone with me out to some schools. She goes to work with me every day because she's an old lady on medication, and she needs to go potty every 2 hours.
She's precious. Look at her.
But you know what? We have 7 more just like her at the shelter that are available for adoption today.
There we go. Nina, you have friends, don't you? Speaking of friends, you brought with you this beautiful woman, Miss Monica Wiley. You are the Community Outreach Director. Welcome, Monica.
Thank you very much.
Okay, who do you have with you, Missy?
Well, there's never a dull moment. This is Cotton.
Oh.
He's about 5 weeks old, and he is actually my foster kitten, so he's not quite old enough to be adopted yet. But see how much fun it is to volunteer and foster kittens. It's like herding cats.
It is like herding cats. Yes, and I asked you why Cotton was not available, and you said he's not quite up to his fighting weight yet.
That's correct.
Okay.
He's not quite large enough to be neutered
Right.
before he's placed up for adoption.
Absolutely. Boy, when I let him out in the green room, he took off like grease lightning. What a cutie patootie. All right, so here we go. Warm weather means kittens. We see them everywhere. Are there plenty available for adoption? Is this the only cute one you have?
We have so many cute kittens. It may be difficult to make a decision, but we can certainly arrange for multiple adoptions. To date, we probably have about 80 to 85 cats and kittens ready to go home. So if you stop in at the Humane Society or one of our participating Petcore PetSmart stores, you can take a kitten home.
Oh, there we go. Zip, zap, zoom. So you have a program called Cats Are Priceless, Kathleen. Tell us about that.
We don't want the cost of adoption to be a barrier to anybody having a cat in their life. So if the cat's over 6 months of age, you're going to buy the $12 license for the jurisdiction where you live, but then if you want to give us $1 or if you want to give us $100, you can take the cat home, and it comes spayed, neutered, microchipped, and that's really helped us get some of the adult kitties that might have gotten overlooked out to new homes. And then a kitten is $71, and that's our actual cost to get them all their shots and spayed and neutered and ready to go.
Boy, that is a deal. That is a total deal when you think about, if you ever think about not doing that, the ramifications that happen down the line will cost you so much more than that initial investment. So the Dogathon, dun dun dun, is coming up July 20th. Where did time go? So first off, if someone doesn't know what the Dogathon is, Monica, what is it? And then how do we participate?
I am so glad you asked.
Yes.
The Dogathon is our pledge-raising fun event for homeless pets. So it's an annual event. This is our 23rd Dogathon. It is a pledge-raising dog walk, and people bring their dogs. We have demonstrations. We have contests. We have a mutt show they can participate in, and of course enjoy beautiful Fort Steilacoom Park.
Yes.
And the proceeds again do go to help homeless pets. And then also we have cat people there that are represented as well.
Yes.
And again, it helps rabbits, dogs, cats. We have a couple of chinchillas right now, so it does go to help all the programs to keep pets like Cotton ready for adoption.
Yeah, absolutely. So you mentioned kitties, and we talked in the green room about one of my favorite Facebook sites and a real favorite friend of mine, and that's the Itty Bitty Kitty Committee. And if you don't know what the Itty Bitty Kitty Committee is, you are going to rue the day that you found out what this is. It is the most adorable. Well, I'm going to have you describe what it is. What is it?
Well, this is a foster person that has had cats from the Humane Society for about 8 years, and she started writing a blog about the antics of her kittens. And as we know, the most downloaded pictures from YouTube are kittens. She now has followers from 48 states and more than a dozen foreign countries. So she started about 4 years ago doing a fundraiser, Itty Bitty Kitty Committee, walking for the dogs and the cats.
Yes.
And last year she raised more than $85,000 from all those people that follow her blog. And this year her goal is $100,000. So that means that about 50% of the proceeds that we raise at Dogathon are raised by the cat people.
Exactly. And she does this in her home, and the pictures are incredible that she puts out there, and she gives them the best names. And it always amazes me how she's able just to graciously just hand these over to people who pass the screen in the adoption requirements. Because my heart, I'd want to keep all of them. They are all, especially when they're playing underneath the Christmas tree. It's incredible. So in addition to that, we have a big anniversary coming up. Has it really been 125 years?
Absolutely. In 1888, before Washington was even a state, 26 citizens in Tacoma each put $1 in the pot and came up with the Humane Society. And their first, they were concerned about the draft horses taking the heavy wagons up from the bay, up the hills.
And look at this, the first one.
And so we thought, we need to commemorate what was started. We're the fourth oldest humane society in the United States. While none of us are affiliated with each other, we all have the same mission, and that's to help pets that don't have a voice. So we are going to do an anniversary celebration October 10th at 11:30 at the Hotel Murano, and just sort of celebrate our history of caring and compassion in this community.
Lovely. So what will that celebration look like? Will it be a breakfast, a dinner, a lunch?
A lunch.
A lunch, okay. And of course, our furry friends will be there, I'm sure.
And some fabulous video.
Oh, I love that. Boy, that's one not to be missed. I mean, food, pets, that's a win-win for everybody. So you also have another campaign, if that wasn't enough, one called Make Happy Happen, which sounds incredible. What is it?
Well, we did a survey last year to make sure we were still filling the niche in the community that we thought we were, and we found out that yes, people know that we take care of homeless pets, but a lot of people thought, oh, we can't go visit there. It's probably dark and dreary and it'll be very sad. But people that had adopted from us said, well, this is a bright and happy place. This is where we go to find our new furry children. So we decided that we needed to get more out in the community and let them know that we can make happy happen.
Oh.
So this is for your blue healer.
This is for Loretta. Look at that. Okay, Loretta, do you see this? All right, Tata, when we get home, we're playing with the Frisbee.
So you'll see billboards, you'll see advertising using this theme over the next 3 years, just to remind people that adopting from a shelter is a very positive experience, because we only reach about 20% of the folks that are looking for a pet think to go to the shelter. Most people get them from a friend or a relative, and we really want them to get a pet that's had all of its vaccinations, that's spayed, neutered, and a microchip, so if it does wander, we can reunite it with them.
Absolutely, yeah, especially in light of our conversation about fireworks.
Crazy times.
Thank goodness for microchips, Oh, wow, because I can remember growing up and going into the Tacoma Pierce County Humane Society, and that's where we got our first dog. And I remember it being such a phenomenal place that I wanted to go back all the time. But I remember my sister going, no, because I want to take them all home. So I get that make happy happen situation, because it really is a great place to be and to go look at all these animals who are getting the love that they need and deserve. So you have some new outreach programs that help assist owners here in Tacoma. Monica, tell us about those.
We sure do. In fact, Pets for Life is one that we started last October, and that's in conjunction with some help from the Humane Society of the United States, which is a different organization,
yes,
as well as PetSmart Charities. So we received some funding to go to what's called underserved communities and provide free spay-neuter, free vaccines, in some cases some flea treatment and some food and other supplies for their pets. So we did start hitting the streets, and we go into the neighborhood and we stay in the neighborhood, and we were out there each week talking to people and hopefully building a trust factor.
Right.
We're not there to take anyone's pets.
No.
We want to help them. We know they love their pets, and we want to give them resources that they need to kind of help make happy happen in their home with their pets. And right now we're in 98404.
Okay.
That's our target neighborhood, and we just had a vaccine clinic there on June 1st. And we vaccinated, I believe it was 461 animals.
Wow.
In a 4-hour period.
98404 is, give me a landmark.
Portland Avenue.
Okay, there we go. Okay. And when you say you're there, do you show up in a mobile unit? Is that, or tell us, how do we find you?
We park in a spot and just start walking the streets and go
So
door to door and just talk to people.
You beat the streets.
We beat the streets, absolutely. Again, we're not there to lecture and educate anyone. We're there to share and find out about pets.
How
and
incredible.
Provide services.
Because neighbors know everything. Because if
They
they don't
sure
have an
do.
animal, they know who does next door.
Absolutely.
You know, that dog that barks and keeps me awake, go talk to them. Or that lovely dog that I just so love and always give treats to through the fence. They need a little bit of help over there. What a lovely thing. So if you don't live in that 98404 zip code, what do you do?
Well, fortunately, thanks to a very generous donation from the Gary E. Milgard Family Foundation, we have a Humane Society community pet care program. We've always had a food bank, but they're enabling us now to expand that service so anyone that needs some help feeding their pets, or maybe they have a pet that needs a special diet, can come once a month to the Humane Society and get the food they need. Flea treatment if they need it. Spay-neuter vouchers. We've been doing that since 1992, and that's really helped reduce the overpopulation of homeless pets. So nobody should not be able to spay or neuter their pet. And then the huge new factor is a veterinary care fund. You can come to the Humane Society and fill out an application if you're a low-income family and you have a pet that needs some veterinary care or just needs to go see a vet so you can figure out what's wrong with them. And this provides subsidy for 90% of the bill. You're responsible for 10%, and we've already found 6 veterinarians in the area that have agreed initially to work with them on that other 10%
Perfect.
and allow them to make payments.
My goodness. Well, our time goes by so quickly, and especially when you bring such cuties like Nina and Cotton. Thank you both so much for being here today and for what you do for our little four-legged souls. And we look forward to seeing you on July 20th at the Dogathon. And
don't forget your
I won't.
bandana for your dog.
Bandana for Loretta and my Frisbee, and we'll see you out there. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back after these messages.